Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Monique Renee and today this video is brought to you by Skillshare. So I'm really excited to be doing this video, and if you guys haven't heard, Skillshare is an amazing resource for not only artists but anyone looking to learn a new skill. They have online classes taught by actual professionals in the industry, and it's an amazing resource. So when they reached out to me and asked me to make this video, I was super excited, and I'm really excited to share this with you guys too. And stay tuned to the end of the video because I will give you a promo code where you guys can get 2 months of Skillshare absolutely free, so you can try it out, see for yourself how awesome it is, and yeah. So this video is going to be a two-part video. For the first part of this video, I'm going to show you guys one of the classes I took in the art category and walk you through some of the stuff I learned through that. And then in the second part of this video, I'm going to be talking about a marketing video that I watched. A lot of things that I realize about artists is that even if you may have amazing art skills, you may be lacking in marketing or business skills. And that's one of the reasons why I love this website so much, is because not only can you improve your art with the hundreds of art classes on this website, but you can also learn how to market yourself better and sell things online and take advantage of all the online sources that you have for promoting your own business. So I'm super excited to get right into it. So let's jump into part one. Alright, so video number 1 was exploring body shape and body proportion. So the teacher of this class was Nina Rycroft, and she's actually a published professional children's book illustrator. So as someone who also wants to go into the same profession, I thought it was really cool that I was getting this advice from an actual professional in the industry. So that kind of advice is like priceless. So anyway, through her video, she actually starts off with explaining some things about body proportion, which I found very helpful, and she goes through both male and female body proportions at different ages. So she gives you a little bit of a background on how proportion works. Then she also talks about the importance of shape. So she did this using Winnie the Pooh characters, so it's already some characters that I'm really familiar with, and then she breaks them down and explains the different shapes and how the shapes work together to create really interesting silhouettes. So the importance of a silhouette is you can easily identify the character even when they're all blacked out and no details are showing. And a problem a lot of artists have is all of their characters have the same shapes, so they all look really similar, especially when you stack them together by using their silhouettes. So a way to break out of this is to use interesting shapes, which is the whole point of the whole class. So what I did and what she did, I basically followed her exact steps, but creating my own characters. And she created her characters for a circus, so I thought it would also be fun to kind of go along with the circus theme. So I broke each character I had in mind down into shapes. So for example, this character is a strong woman, so she's very strong, very muscular, and I created her out of squares because squares are really blocky and they're a really strong shape. So for a strong character, you want strong shapes. For the next character, which I will start drawing in a second, I wanted her to be a thin and nimble acrobat, so I used much softer, rounder shapes, and her limbs are really long and slender. So this adds like a softness and a bounciness to her, so you can really imagine her kind of jumping through hoops and like going on the tightrope and all these kind of acrobatic things. The next character that I drew was supposed to be the ringleader, and I wanted him to also be a strong character and like a strong, imposing type leader authority figure. So I made his main shape a triangle, an inverted triangle, which is not quite as strong as like a square, not quite as blocky, but you still have those angles in there that I really wanted. And then his face is also made out of 2 triangles, a diamond, so that's also those strong shapes. And I really like his design too, because I just think he looks like a ringleader, and it really like shows in the way that his body is designed. The next character I designed was a sword swallower, and I wanted her to be really pretty and really curvy and really round and just a really like, you know, womanly woman. And then she also swallows swords, which I thought was really cool. But when you see all of these characters like stand side by side, you can easily tell them apart. And then if you take just their silhouettes, you can still tell them apart. So that was something that I learned how to do that was new, that is really interesting to think about, because I'd never really thought about shapes and the ways of bodies before. And the cool thing about this exercise is I kept it really, really loose as well. So obviously these are not the most anatomically correct figures, but they're such a good starting point. So if I wanted to, I could go delve into each of these characters and really flesh them out and give them personalities and all kinds of things. So that this class was so helpful to me, especially me wanting to be a children's book illustrator. So thank you, Nina, for the great class. I learned a lot from it, and if you guys want to also take this class, it is called Exploring Body Shape and Body Proportion by the teacher Nina Rycroft, and I highly recommend it because it just had really great information, and I feel like I did come away learning a lot about character, proportion, anatomy, and design overall. Alright, so video number 2 was called Building an Etsy Shop That Sells, and the teacher was Parker Guard, who's actually an employee of Etsy, so he really understands the ins and outs of how it works. So he started off by asking some questions that he wanted you to think about and answer about, like, your product and why you like to make it and why you think other people would like it and stuff like that. So I just wrote down the questions and answered them in my own words so I could really think about what I was trying to sell and what I'm trying to do as an artist and produce for you guys. And it really made me think about the online store that I already have and how I can improve it. So he also went over some things like what I was talking about before, how artists sometimes aren't great at the business part. So that was really good to hear that not only I go through something like this, it's a common problem. So he gives some helpful tips on how to kind of overcome that and how to get better at marketing yourself and your brand. And speaking of brand, he also goes into some really important information about branding and why it's important to set yourself apart from everyone else in the industry. And it really got me thinking also about how I can better brand myself and my art and my YouTube channel and how it all mixes together into marketing and to selling an online store and all kinds of things. So here is just a clip of me going through my current store as it is, and already I can see so many things that I want to improve, whether it's the branding, whether it's the marketing part, so the photography, the way I present the product, the way I set it up in the store, the description. There's a lot of important keywords that I'm missing in those descriptions that would really help me a lot in terms of being able to be found and discovered. And he also goes through a whole segment on how to get discovered on Etsy and how to make yourself stand apart from the crowd, which was really invaluable advice, especially coming from someone who really works in Etsy. So I'm really excited to be working on this, and I'm going to be totally revamping my store with all of the things I've learned, and I'm really excited to do that and work on that because I'm going to just totally start from scratch, and hopefully I will find a lot more success through that, thanks to all the really helpful information I learned through this video. Alright, so that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned something new. If you want to learn more new things, just enter this promo code into Skillshare. I'll have the links all down below, and you guys can get 2 months absolutely free for Skillshare and learn a whole bunch of new things, not only about art, but about cooking and DIY and business and technology and all this kind of stuff. And it really is an amazing resource that you guys should totally take advantage of. And a huge shout out to Skillshare for being amazing and sponsoring this video and giving you guys some free months for Skillshare. So yeah, that's pretty awesome of them. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you guys do check out Skillshare, let me know what classes you're taking because I would love to learn and I would love to take more myself because I'm definitely going to be using the heck out of this resource. So yes, that's all I have today. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!